Hey.
Hey.
We just had an incident, but we're here.
But we're back.
Welcome to our very first YouTube video.
Yeah.
We're
It's
now
gonna be a
content
good one.
creators. Yeah. We are going to discuss 2024 just ended. And we are going to discuss, I swear, I feel like the bed is
I know, I feel like it's about
But honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, if it falls again, it's like doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
Yeah.
Basically,
stay till the end to watch.
Yeah, we
us
had an
falling
incident
through the bed.
My bed's on these
Not
like
clickbait.
lifters. Like if you've been to college, you know my bed's on these lifters to make it like taller. But like today, something weird happened where like, cause it's on like there's the bed, and then there's like this padding thing, and then there's Paddington. I'm sorry, there's this padding thing, and then there's a lifter. And so today I realized that like the bed like shifted a little, cause I like to move it like around, like just like minusculely,
Why?
but like then it like changes like the padding. So this one like fell off today. So now it's just like the
And so
bed
now
and
it's
the
just
lifter.
like off.
Yeah, and now there's a hole in it, but it's not on the hole right
Wait,
now.
there's a hole?
Yeah, but it's not
Is
on
that
the...
what we heard?
Yeah, we heard that break. But it's like fine
It's
now.
because we ate McDonald's.
But now I feel like, yeah, we had
were big
McDonald's.
bags.
Literally. But we're fine now.
It's okay.
We just had a little bit of a scare. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with number 10. We're gonna go, Bella's gonna start, and then I'm gonna start. We're gonna tell them, like, alternate, what we have, and then we're gonna discuss it.
Yeah, and then we each have an honorable mention at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I only have one.
I only have one too.
Which also, I don't know if I really need to say honorable mention, but whatever. Okay.
This one's not going to be on your list. But Megan by Megan Thee Stallion.
That's not on my list.
I know. But
Act 1 or Act 2?
Act 1.
Okay.
Act 1.
I remember when that album came out.
Me
That's when
too.
Ash's first single came out.
Really?
Foreshadowing. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Of course. But here's the thing. Like, I don't listen to rap.
Oh, really?
Like, I really don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Listen to rap. But this album came out, and, like, I'm sorry, but her lyrics are so good.
They are.
Like, did I have to read them to understand some of them? Yeah. But were they amazing? Yeah. And, yeah.
I know Hiss.
Yeah.
I only know Hiss.
Yeah.
And then when the Act 2 came out, there was a treadmill workout done by one of my favorite, Ali Bennett. Ali Bennett on TikTok, literally greatest of all time. She made
I love her.
Yeah, I know. She made that Megan Act 2 one, and I did
Oh my gosh.
But,
I've done her Chaperone and Renee Rapp one.
Oh, yeah? I only do her, like, Taylor Swift ones at a time. Oh. That is a good one. Okay, my number 10.
You. I'm scared.
You know her. You love her. She was seen as Glinda in Wicked. She also released an album this year called Eternal Sunshine. And that album, I have not gone through A Saturn Return because I'm not 29 yet, but that album has had me under a grip for a while.
Yeah.
When this album came out, I also, if you remember when the album came out, which I don't know if you do, but
honestly, I do, yeah.
Like,
wasn't it like?
It was the night of the Brian Beatty concert. Addie and I went, and I didn't feel like listening
I don't
to
remember
it.
The exact.
I was in the drive-through for In-N-Out, and it came out, and I was like, you know what, like, I can't listen to it right now.
Yeah.
And then I remember, like, We Can't Be Friends came out, and I was like, okay. So then eventually I did listen to it, and wow. It's just a good, and like, it's a sonically cohesive
solid
album.
album.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I think it also is her second best album.
What's
her
your first?
Dangerous Woman.
Yeah.
Dangerous Woman is...
Yeah. And
yeah.
I can't disagree with you because Foreshadowing, it might be on my list later.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my number 10 slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 10.
And yeah, I also just think like the slow like intro End of the World and like Saturn Returns interlude, like those are such good things to add to an album. Yeah.
Okay, number 9.
Likable. Do you think we're likable?
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Let us know if we're likable.
Yeah. Let us know that in the comments.
Number 9, Eternal Sunshine by Ariana Grande.
Oh my god! Wait, that was pretty close. Wow. Okay.
I know. And
nice.
Literally what you said. It's just like an album that I feel like I can put on, and it just gives me Eternal Sunshine.
It does give you Eternal Sunshine.
It gives me Eternal Sunshine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of the Spotless Mind.
Of the Spotless Mind.
And her music videos were so good. That was such a good time for music
honestly,
videos.
her music videos were
part
best
videos,
of the reason.
Best videos of the year.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will say that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, you said your number 9. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 9. This might come as a shock to you because I think you'd expect this for me to put this higher. But I feel like...
Torture Fest.
No.
Oh, okay.
Short and sweet. by Sabrina Carpenter is my 9th album. Great album. I love it.
Really?
Emails I Can't Send is better, number 1. Number 2.
Okay, yes.
There were albums that were more depth and depth of here.
Really?
I love Sabrina as a person. Like, I love her, and I love the album. Like, it's on my top 10.
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
I'm in shock, though.
Yeah, I don't really have that much to say about it. It's a fun album to listen to, but also, like, I'm not gonna listen to it to, like, feel like an experience.
Okay.
It's called Short and Sweet for a reason. Did you know that her deluxe might be called Short and Sweet and an Asshole? Yeah.
That's iconic.
Isn't that crazy?
That's iconic.
Yeah. So.
Okay, but there are songs though that like if of course they're kind of covered by this like little like 70s vibe she has going on, but they do have like meaning to them.
They do. Oh no! Like Don't Smile, Lie to Girls.
Yeah, like
Sharpest Tool, really good.
Sharpest Tool,
really
like,
good.
People sleep on Sharpest Tool.
People sleep, but also like it is really good, and also like I feel like more people sleep on Lie to Girls. Lie to Girls is like Lie to Girls is the climax that we did not expect in an album.
Me and my friend Honor were singing Lie to Girls in the car, and we were like harmonizing. It was
Oh yeah,
really good.
Maybe
we were just in the car, and that's why it sounded good. But I think it actually sounded good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I will say, needless to say, I'm Busy Women. Such good bonus tracks. I'm so excited when they get on streaming, and I feel like if those were added to the album, it might have
ranked
made
it
its way higher up.
Wow.
They did Espresso and Please 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 were my top 2 songs of the year, so it really shows how basic I was this year. Number 3 was Fortnite by Taylor Swift. So,
insane.
Yeah.
Insane number.
But
3.
yeah, that's my number 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm bringing us back to the Ariana Grande train. And my number 8 is also with Cynthia. And it's the Wicked soundtrack.
See, okay, I was thinking I should do that, and I didn't.
Because, I'm sorry, like, okay, one thing about me, backstory. I am a musical theater major. Like, Wicked was the first Broadway show I saw. I've always been a fan. But
yeah. It was the first Broadway show.
Think,
oh yeah.
I don't think I understood it until they sang
movie?
it.
Mm.
Like, because some way about what they sing it put so much more depth and emotion than like that you could have in a like cast recording. You know? Like you could really feel it through how they were singing it. And it was just amazing. Also, ensemble like carried.
Yeah, especially after seeing what happened with Mean Girls.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Which was really upsetting because I also love Mean Girls. But this
big 2024 moment
exceeded
yeah
my expectations. And so it had to go on my top 10.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I was thinking I would
year,
put it
big
there.
Big year for Ari.
Yeah, huge
year for Ariana.
Sad that she didn't get nominated for AOTY, but she does not care, and we all know.
No, she don't give a gaff.
I think you're also gonna be shocked by number 8.
I'm scared. Number
8 is an album that came from my favorite artist this year, Tortured Poets Department.
Number 8?
There were better albums.
Wow.
I loved Tortured Poets Department though. Here's the thing, I loved so much music this year.
Yeah, I know.
And I listened to Tortured Poets a lot.
It was a good year for music.
But I think there's a difference between listening to an album a lot and then actually like having it be your favorite. Because I wouldn't, my favorite album, I wouldn't say that I have listened to it the most, but it's like something that I need to sit down and just like I have to take time with it, you know?
Yeah. You
have to sit down and experience it. That's kind of like how I looked at it.
Yeah.
Tortured Poets I listened to a lot because it's obviously Taylor Swift, and it's a good album. I don't like what people are saying about it. And when I say Tortured Poets, I mean including the anthology.
Mm-hmm,
the entire work is just such a good concept of like being trapped in one's mind. It's like kind of like this mental, like, I don't want to say asylum because I feel like that's like you're gonna get canceled for saying asylum.
I don't think so because you go to Ohio University, which has an old mental asylum.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's okay.
I'm like just like, but it has a lot of this like you're trapped in this mental state of mind, and like she wrote all of these songs in this state of mind, and the whole metaphor is that she's trapped in this environment and she doesn't know what it is. And I think a lot of people are a little lost on that. And I think honestly, like, And I hate to be like, you know, one of those people, but like, I'm sorry that you just like don't get it. If you don't
No,
like,
literally.
there's a difference between don't liking it and then calling it like stupid or like the same thing that she's done. Because yes, it is a pop album, but like
It's a
she
pop album, but I wouldn't say it's the same as her other pop albums
no
at all. Like it's
no
really different, especially because it has kind of the like it has elements of synth in it and it has different elements in it that she hasn't done before.
no
Which I think is why I really liked it. Because it still had her lyrics. Because that's something that's always drawn me to like Taylor Swift is just her lyrics.
Yeah.
Like that's a big part of why like I'm a really big fan of hers.
But the production was deep.
But the production was really good.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing.
And I think most of the songs were in like 4/4 and a lot of the same keys were used. But I also think that
But maybe that's kind of
that
part of
you're
it.
trapped.
Like you're trapped in this box.
Yeah.
Like
And and I
these
also think the Eras
constraints.
tour, like the set that she did, like the
yeah.
Female Rage musical is so good. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 7 is something I was introduced to by Jack, and it's Deeper Well, Casey Musgraves. Made it on there.
Okay,
That's the one-
talk about that.
And here's the thing. I haven't listened to Casey Musgraves a lot before. Like I've heard some of her like basic songs. Jack is reworking the list right now.
I have another honorable mention. I am actually so upset.
I knew you were gonna be upset because I knew you were
that?
gonna forget about that for some reason.
Why did I forget about
But
that?
here's the thing. It is just it brings back memories that like I don't have. like listening to that, like I'm listening to a past like life. And it's just so happy. And it's so happy, but also it just has this deepness to it that you don't get the first time you listen to it. Because the first time I listened to it, I was like, okay, Flower Child, like, okay, great, like, fine. Then I listened to it again and I was like, oh, she ate with that one. But yeah, that's my number 8.
I'll talk about that later. Your number 8? Didn't you already share your number?
Or wait, that was my number 7, sorry.
Okay, number 7 for me. Hot take because this received a lot of this artist received a lot of criticism this year. Not really criticism, controversy.
I know it's gonna be.
What?
Cover Girl.
No.
Really?
No.
Oh.
The Secret of Us by Grace Abrams.
Yeah.
I love The Secret of Us by
That's
specifically within the past few weeks. Yeah.
Really?
It feels more youthful to me, and having it this summer before I went to college was kind of special.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, she could have just released the song Free Now, and it would have stayed in that spot.
Yeah.
Free Now is holy. Oh my god, it's so good. And there's so many lyrics that just cut so deep, and they're so good. So I put that as
her
number
lyrics
7.
are incredible.
Yeah.
I have to say,
and it's not like she's like that lyrical. Like she's not poetic with it.
No, not at all, but they're just real.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm having a conversation with her.
Yeah, and also a lot of people don't like the quality of her voice, but I love the quality of her voice.
It feels
I think it's
like
so
conversational.
Unique. Yeah.
It feels like personal.
Yeah.
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 I'm
So purred.
not upset with that.
Good.
Okay. My number 6 is Ecstasy for Last Dinner Party.
Oh, okay. I actually was considering that.
Yeah. Because they kind of came out of nowhere. Like, yes, have they been banned?
Did they get nominated for Best New Artist or not? No, they didn't.
They didn't. I thought they were gonna.
I thought they were gonna too.
But they did not. Which, honestly, they should have. Because they came out of nowhere. And I think one thing that really stands out to me about their band, like, as a whole, is how full it sounds. Like, how full it sounds with how simple it is. You know, they really don't they don't put out more than they need. You know?
Yeah.
And it just makes it easy to listen to. But also it has, like, a good, like, a good solid foundation for a good album.
And their songs are really good.
Their songs are so
and they're
good.
catchy.
And you can listen to them by themselves, or you can listen to the album as a whole, which I really appreciate.
Nice.
Because, like, I have a lot of their albums on my playlist, because they just can, like, go different places.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic.
Epic.
Okay, number 6. I'm talking about the cultural phenomenon of the summer, Bratz by Charli XCX.
Yeah.
There's not really much to say about it. It came out when we were in Mean Girls.
I know. Which, honestly, what a perfect time for it to come out.
Yeah, and I just remember my eye was really caught by the singles. And I remember being like, oh, like, what? I just remember when Von Dutch came out, like, halfway through, like, second semester of our senior year. And I was like...
That it came out that long ago.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, like, this girl is coming back, Miss Charli.
Yeah.
And she's never went away, but, like, I don't know, as, like, I was, like, I'm really a non-fan. I wasn't really,
I wasn't a fan before Brat, like, I'll say it. Like, I knew some of her songs, like, but I don't think I knew that she sang them.
Oh.
Like, I was like, oh yeah, that song.
No, Brat, like, launched her.
Yeah.
And a lot of people argue, and this is what, I kind of have to credit Addie for this, but, like, I also, like, brought up this idea when I was talking to her about it the other day. But, oh my god, I just burped weirdly. I'm so sorry about that. A lot of people have been like, is Brat gonna win Album of the Year for marketing? Like, is it because it was marketed as the best album because it was, like, you know, did the best thing? And people are forgetting, like, it is a good album.
It's a good album.
Like, it sounds, like, it's different, but it's really, like,
the
awesome.
production quality is incredible on it.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible.
And she's just outdone herself. In my opinion, I do think it's her best album.
I think so, too.
I think some people would disagree. But I just feel like there's a reason it's so big.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a vibe that goes with it. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Literally. Okay, my number 5 is Torture Poets Department.
Wow. So it made it higher.
It made it higher on mine. Which I feel like is weird, because I feel like usually it would be opposite.
Yeah.
But when Torture Poets first came out, I was like, refreshing my Spotify page and listen to it with my old theater little in the car, Grace Larson. And
that was the night we went to go see.
Yeah.
Drowsy Chaperone.
What did we see? Yeah, Drowsy. And
I did. I forced everyone not to listen to it in my car.
Really?
Like, it came out and I was like, no one can listen to it. And I was driving home like 5 kids.
Oh my gosh.
And none of us listened to it.
Oh my gosh. And didn't you have like Berkeley and stuff in your car?
Yeah, I think she secretly was listening to it, but I did not want to hear it when it came out because I was waiting to listen to it later on.
Wow. But I listened to it and I was shocked. I was like really shocked because I didn't think I was going to like it.
I was a little underwhelmed when I first listened to it.
Really?
Well, okay. By the time I got to listen to it, it was 1 a.m. And I had 2 hours of music to listen to. Okay, and by the time I got to the manuscript, Addie was next to me, fully dead asleep, and I was sitting there like, I can't get through this.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe everyone's right, it does sound the same. But then I was possessed.
Yeah. Because also the timing of it coming out was really good.
Like right before we graduated?
Yeah. Like that was really good for me. Which honestly, like, was it good for me?
No, my summer, my TTPD, I had more of a TTPD summer than a Brat Summer, I will say.
Yeah. And that's not good, but, like, it's okay. It happens.
No, it does happen.
It happens.
Well, I was also, like, sad because it was, like, we were about to leave, too.
No.
And it was, like, yikes.
Yeah. And also, it was just, like, of course, Taylor's putting out an album, like, right when we're graduating, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily a going away album, but it was like, it was a reality check.
It was.
It came out the day before our prom.
Yeah.
And then that week I went to go visit Ohio University for the first time.
That's
so that
crazy.
was like my soundtrack. And then all over the summer whenever I thought about Ohio University, I thought about TTPD. Because that's like what I listened to when I was there.
That's crazy. I listened to it a lot on my drive to Milliken. For the first time.
I think that might have been my top album of the year, like, listening-wise.
Really?
It just was always on, and it was something I could always listen to.
Well, and that's the other thing, is, like I mentioned earlier about a different album, like, you can listen to the songs by themselves, but you can also, like, if you wanna buckle down and listen to the whole album, like, plus the manuscript,
it'll do wonders. It'll do wonders for you.
You'll ascend.
Yeah.
You will ascend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's just, yeah.
Okay, number 5. This is 100% on your list too. I know it.
Okay.
Wait, did you? Oh no, you go. You go.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I just went.
You just went?
I just did my number 5.
You did your number 5. Oh, okay.
It was
yeah.
Torch Pose.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it was. My number 5.
Sorry, guys.
Which, wow, I don't know where you put this, but I'm skeptical. I'm interested. It's Cowboy Carter.
Interesting.
Okay, I know where you put it. Cowboy Carter came out. One night I was at the park next to Bella's house swinging on the swings. And
Yeah.
I honestly...
It was also the night that I ripped my pants.
And it was also the night I ripped my pants.
Like, there was
We
a
ripped...
gaping hole. Like, you could see my cooch.
And
Like,
I also ripped my pants at the park, remember?
yeah. Oh
We
my
both
gosh, yes,
ripped our
and then
pants
you
at the same
showed
time.
me. Yes.
Yeah. It was cute. Like, she had a gaping hole. My pants, like... it was my...
Split.
Like, no, like... I don't know what happened. Like, all of a sudden, like, the denim just disappeared. And all I was wearing was, like, the lining of my pants
No,
with, like, and the
literally.
button was still there. I was fully naked. Like, fully.
Yeah.
Really awkward.
Fully naked on
Fully
swings,
forgot that
like-
Cowboy Carter was coming out that night. We were in the car. It was a week after we went to Disney World. And we were
Yeah.
arguing about who was in the wrong for
We
all
had-
of our Disney fights.
We had a rough week.
We had a rough week at
We had a
Disney.
rough week at Disney.
Where we just argued the entire time.
We really did. Like,
And so
Burning
I
It
remember
Out.
Cowboy Carter came out, and then we were still arguing, and
Yeah.
then like it was on in the background. I didn't hear it.
yeah.
Next day, I went to homeroom, and I was like, "Wait, let me lock in."
And then I came into your home.
yeah, and that's
started listening
and that's
to it,
when
too.
history happened for me.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was shocked.
and then I showed it to my mom, and she was like shocked. Like I was like, "Whoa!" Like I'm so glad I'm living at a time during this album. Like,
I didn't know I needed a duet with Miley Cyrus and Beyonce.
no,
But my life was incomplete.
no, and
before
also one of the
this
hardest
duet.
duets to
Yes,
cover.
Because
we tried to do it.
to cover it.
And it just was not made for us.
It was actually like really
It
bad.
was not.
It was
yeah.
really bad.
I hope you still don't have those videos.
I do.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Number 5. Interesting.
Yeah, that's my number 5.
Okay. My number 4 is Charm by Clairo. Yeah, which I feel like checks out
I
for
have
me.
thoughts on this, so you talk. And
Really?
yeah.
Okay. I feel like this album, it's very different than her usual stuff.
Yeah, and
Very different.
we were just talking about her arrangements of
Yeah.
the songs on tour, like her older songs on
Yes.
tour, and how they're like fully rearranged to fit the.
Which is the
charm.
charm vibe.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And I've been a Clairo fan for a while. Like I really like her older stuff. And so I was a little bit, when I first listened to the album, I was a little skeptical. I was like, oh, like what is this new vibe that she's bringing to the table? But then I turned a new leaf and want to know like fully what I've been listening to roaming the grounds of Millikan University. Charm. Like that's all.
Interesting.
Because when I'm walking to it,
it's a fall album,
it is the
but it's
fall
also
album.
gonna hit in March. It's
Yeah.
gonna hit when like spring just starts.
Yeah. And it just makes me happy, but also it's really sad. Like there's some really sad songs on there.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you like connect them. But yeah.
Sad
So,
songs.
Charm. What are your
My
thoughts on
on
Charm?
Charm is that she chose really good singles. So when the actual album came out, I was like,
The rest, that is true.
because
think-
Nomad and Sexy to Someone are
Yeah.
both really, really good
Amazing.
songs.
But I think she should have saved them for the album. So
Yeah.
that, or at least one of them. Like, I
Because
think that
honestly,
Sexy
those
to
are the top
Someone,
two
I think
songs.
Sexy to Someone should have still been a single.
Oh
because
yeah.
that draws people into the album.
Nomad was shocking,
But
and it was
Nomad
the fact that it started the album.
Yeah.
I personally don't agree that you should release the song that your track 1 before the album comes out, like as a
Yeah,
single. Like you
I
shouldn't do that.
agree.
You can make it a single later on, but you shouldn't release it before the entire album comes out because that's what defines the experience. Is the
Yeah.
first song, you know?
Yeah, because you go to your Spotify or Apple Music or Pandora or Amazon Music.
And I already knew what Nomad sounded like, and I think I skipped it, went to the next song, and was like, "Oh,
Whoa.
I'm not in the
Whoa.
vibe."
Exactly.
And then I was like, "I'm not feeling it."
Yeah, but it definitely was
I think I need to give
an
it more
album.
of a chance.
Yeah, it was an album that I had to give more of a chance, even
Okay.
like as a Clairo fan.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Nice. That was your number 4?
Yeah.
Deeper Well.
Yeah.
I will say I took away
Wait, what do you
Rachel
change?
Chinariri's What a Devastating Turn of Events, which I actually discovered that album when you were next to me during Mean Girls. And Kira was on the other side, and they were blocking something on stage, and I like was on my Discover Weekly, and I like this album kept coming up, and I was like,
what is
anyways,
this album?
like that honestly is like on my list somewhere. I just didn't want to like move everything up.
Yeah.
Quick shot. Rachel Chinarimi is an amazing artist.
I actually don't think I've listened to that.
It's so good. Like it's pop perfection.
Wow.
So good. And
Wait.
I think she opened for Taylor one of the London nights. She's British.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's really good. Deeper Well came out the week we went to Disney, spring break. There was a snow day beforehand, and it came out on a snow day because there were 2 snow days because it was like huge winter storm.
Yeah.
My life changed.
I have a core memory of being in the Art of Animation Disney hotel, and Jack was laying on the bed sobbing.
I wasn't sobbing.
You were sobbing.
I was probably blowing my nose or something.
No, you were sobbing. Like, there were tears streaming down your face. And I was like, is he just, like, still upset that, like,
What are you about to say?
Like, is he still upset that, like, I was singing during the Frozen sing-along?
We're not talking about that. If we're posting this on social media, we're not talking about it.
Okay. We're not talking about it. What's in the past is in the past.
Yeah.
In the past. Anyways, yeah. But it was a big moment. It was a big moment for him. Sorry, I was thinking.
No, me too. You really got us on that topic, and I can't.
Sorry.
Like, I'm getting like heated, and I'm having to hold myself back.
I'm thinking about.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the Skyliner.
Stop! No, not right now. Actually, I was so dramatic that day. I have to talk.
I know.
But so were you.
No. Okay.
So were you.
I was.
So were you.
I was dramatic that day. I was dramatic that day.
But okay. No but. Okay. Deeper Well. So yeah, great album. Loved it. Went
So
to
good.
Disney. I took a walk around the lake one time.
I remember that.
Because you were at the pool and Bella and Allie was asleep. And so I was like, let me go and walk around the lake. And Dinner with Friends played. And it clicked. Dinner with Friends, I'm actually gonna like... Dinner Friends might be my top song of... Like, if we were doing songs, that might be my top song of the year. Which, honestly, if you guys know the album, you're probably like, what? No, like, Dinner with Friends...
I'm not gonna lie, that one didn't click with me as much.
No, it's... And I think it doesn't click with people a lot because people don't... It seems like a cute little song. Like, it's a cute song, and the production of it's actually kind of sloppy. But that's the point of it. The idea of, like, sitting down and writing things that you're grateful for, like having dinner with friends and, like, these different things that, like, she noticed when she was writing, and then all of a sudden, like, her mind just keeps going to this person that she's describing.
Yeah.
It is, like, how my mind works when I, like, develop a crush. And, like, yeah, there's songs about having crushes. There's tons of songs about, like, about having that feeling of love towards someone, like, that specific feeling. It's that one that was, like, this song gets me more than anything else. Yeah. Did I have a crush when we were in Disney World? No. Like...
But, like, did you understand it?
Did I understand? Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, this girl messed me up. And then right before I left for college, I did not stop streaming. Yeah. And that was also when the deluxe came out, and I was like, this is for me.
And that is also when we were able to dance with Casey Musgraves.
Oh yeah, we were able, we actually saw Casey Musgraves.
We saw her.
And we were able to dance with her.
We did her Flower Child dance.
Yeah.
Which honestly was kind of a hard dance.
Wait.
Like, why was it hard?
Wait, it was really hard.
It was really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But nothing to be scared of. The night before I left for college, I will never forget the moment I was standing on my deck, looking at the Colorado sunset for the last time, seeing the mountains, and listening to Nothing to Be Scared Of. I was like...
I would have sobbed.
Oh, I was sold in. Oh. I also FaceTimed you that night.
Oh, yeah, because I was telling me about...
You were already in Milliken.
Yeah. That's crazy. I was in Milliken so much before you.
I know, but I'm about to go back, literally, on Sunday, so whatever.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 3, Cowboy Carter.
I thought you'd put it at number 1.
I know.
Well.
I know.
I know what your number 1 is.
I don't think you do.
No, I've deduced. Or at least I know what your number 2 is. I know what... Wait, actually, did that come out this year? Yeah, it did. It did. But we're not talking
Anyways,
about that.
okay. Calvin Carter. I didn't know I needed this album. Specifically the way it's formatted. Like, if I'm listening to Calvin Carter, I'll listen to like Two Most Wanted. Like, I'll listen to a lot of them by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But when I listen to it as a whole, I ascend.
Yeah.
I ascend because the amount of just sheer like beautiful lyrics. Yeah. And beautiful like musicality like within the songs is incredible.
Yeah.
And I love how the album is formatted.
Yeah.
Like I love the little like in between little interlude, like I love it. I just think it's a perfect.
Yeah.
I just think it's a perfect album.
It's an experience. It's an enhanced experience.
It is.
And she should tour.
She really needs to.
I know she's not going to, but she should.
She should.
Excited for Act 3. What do you think Act 3 is gonna be? Like what genre? Because she did disco.
She did disco. Country. She did country. I think she's gonna go more like acoustic. What?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what?
Good. I just feel like for a third act, like she needs to do something epic.
Yeah, I know, but wouldn't it be so like because her voice is so like.
But I feel like that does cross a little more into country.
Country, yeah.
I want her to do I want her to either do like
pop.
full like hyper pop or like rock.
Oh, rock would eat.
Rock would eat, but like, is that Beyonce's thing?
I don't know, but did we think country was her thing?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess no. I don't know. I said yeah. Okay, my number 3. This album's gonna get me in the few and like when I like leave. I'm like sort of Don't Forget Me by Maggie Rogers.
I knew that was gonna be on your list.
Okay.
I knew that was gonna be on your list.
So Maggie Rogers wrote this little album either the new year of 2023 or the new year of 2024. I'm pretty sure it's 2024. Because it was produced pretty quickly. I listened to this album when I first was in like full through when I was in Ohio, and I just
really?
Yeah. Oh. I actually don't remember when it came out. And then I saw it live, and that album gets me.
Yeah.
That like, and it's sad because it's like such a good driving album, but like when I'm driving like to like a social gathering, I always want to listen to it, and then I start crying, and then like by the time. And here's the thing, like it was coming all along, rarely gets me. Drunk rarely gets me. Track 3, So Sick of Dreaming, I will always cry to that like song, and it's like stupid. Really? It's not a song you should be crying to, really.
I was gonna
and
say,
I have that crew neck that says "So Sick of Dreaming," and every time I wear it, I'm like, because it gets me, and even the last song, "Don't Forget Me," like flying away and listening to "Don't Forget Me," like it's just so good. And it grew on me when I first listened to it. I don't think I liked it as much as I do now, and it really grew on me. And I think also hearing it all live. I feel like
"Don't Forget Me" is like one of the only ones that I. Like
the song, Don't Forget Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about the album as a whole. Oh. Like, as a whole, it didn't grow on me.
Yeah.
And then it did. I just love it. Do you remember that at the Mean Girls cast party when I kept talking about my, like, mashup I wanted to do?
Yes.
That's kind of obnoxious. But literally, I have this mashup, and I'm not going to sing it right now because it's really obnoxious, but I love Don't Forget Me by Maggie Rogers. Yeah. And I think it's the best album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
10-song album, but I think it's the best.
Unfortunately, that isn't on my list. But
I don't know.
Number 2, Short and Sweet. I know.
Whoa.
I know. Because here's the thing. I picture this. Little old me, Illinois, Decatur, Millikan University. I was so homesick. Like, so homesick.
Yeah, that came out the night I moved into my dorm.
Yeah. But listening to that song, like that album, as a whole, made me feel like I was in my room at home, like next to you. Like, aww, it just, like, made me feel like I wasn't so far away.
Yeah.
And
music connects us.
Music connects us. Anyways, but there's no skips on that album.
No.
Like, I'm sorry, but there's no skips.
And it's such a good listen through.
It's such a good listen through. It's such a good listen through. And just the amount of, like, personality that she puts throughout this album. And I will say, like, if I'm in the mood to, like, get in my feels, like, as a whole, I think Emails I Can't Send is a technically better album.
Mm-hmm.
But Short and Sweet just came out at the right time.
It did. It really did. That was my soundtrack for the first few weeks of school.
Yes.
I remember walking to the dining hall alone before, like, I had friends.
Yeah.
And, like, listening to Short and Sweet and being like...
I know.
Wait, no, listening to Sharpest Tool.
Yeah. And it also connected me to people, because people would be like, have you listened to Short and Sweet? I'd be like, yeah, what's your favorite song?
She did really good because she knew that... Sabrina knew that, like, people were about to, like, be making new friends in college, and she knew that was what
knew that we needed.
Because actually, like, I made a lot of friends through Short and Sweet.
Yes, literally. Like, me and...
There was, like, a community that, like,
it was a little community. There was, like, Short and Sweet rankings, like, what are they? Yeah.
Wait, that's so sweet.
No, Short and Sweet.
I'm glad it came out when it came out. It was a great album. My number 2, which I'm like, did you put this in your ranking? I don't know if you did. Older. Okay, Older. So, backstory at least make Alpine. Kira, my friend Kira was like a huge fan years ago. Kind of the first time I ever heard about it. And then, like, I really got into, like, after the fact, her first 2 albums. Like, maybe, like, 2022, 2021, like, around the time. Because, like, actually, when...
I'm not okay.
I'm sorry. When 5 Seconds Flat came out, would you have put that on your ranking?
Shocking.
Okay. When 5 Seconds Flat came out, I do think I was a moderate fan, but I wasn't the biggest. But I also remember...
That was me, too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because I was an Orange Rose Speedway boy, but, like, other than that, like, I wasn't really, like...
I was a Doomsday girl. Like, I listened to Doomsday all the time.
I was the first person... I feel like I was the first person to ever hear Firearm. I feel like I was always listening to Firearm and no one else was. Slept on. Still slept on to this day. Like, what? Yeah. Anyways, Older came out when I was in Mexico.
Yeah.
I got a text from Addie being like, you need to listen to this album. And ever since then... It has not... I don't think I've gone a day without listening to it. I'm literally gonna cry. Like, what?
Older? When I think of Older, I think of just roaming Ponderosa Theater, like, doing tasks that we didn't really need to do.
Going up into the costume loft, listening to Vortex, like, pretending to, like, feel it so much that we can't do any work.
Yeah. Like, that's what I think of. And I also just think of... fully just listening to that. That's another one that I listen to just, like, on repeat walking.
Vortex?
Like, just, like,
I see what you mean.
Older as a whole.
Yeah.
And, like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, I got, the first time I listened to it, I got so many, like, moments where I was, like, got chills. Yeah. Like, literal chills. And I don't get that a lot with, like, kind of...
And a song called Older when we were about to go to college.
That's the other thing. The timing of it, like, was insane.
The week before we did Into the Woods, our final senior musical, an album called Older came out. And then halfway through our college experience, her deluxe Older and Wiser came out.
Which is, like, why is she stalking us? Like...
And Older and Wiser... when I went to college, the only thing I would listen to...
was Older and Wiser. Me too.
Honestly, no, was Pushing It Down and Praying. That song... Yeah. And it's specifically, like, when the beat drops, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was trying so hard to get Nora, my roommate, to listen to Pushing It Down and Praying, because I was listening to it, like, on repeat. Like, in our room. It was probably honestly really obnoxious. Like...
No, but, like...
But I was listening to it on repeat. And she was like, I just hate that people are saying that's, like, Spring Awakening. And I'm like...
I've never heard anyone ever say that.
I know. And also, it's just like, girl.
Also... It's... What? Okay.
I know, but that's an incredibly produced song. Because it keeps everything it needs to keep. And nothing more.
Yeah. The entire album, the production is just...
It's so good.
Yeah. All love to Maggie and Lizzie. You both should have been nominated for an album. And my last choice, actually. Anyways, you keep going.
Okay. So my number one is a tie. And it has to be a tie between two albums. Older. And
Oh, so you added that
I
last
added
minute.
that. I
Okay.
did have to add that because I did forget that came out this year. But also Bright Future by Adrian Linker. Which I knew you were gonna judge me.
No, I'm not judging you. Adrian Linker's a good artist.
No, you
Number one.
I know.
I don't hate Adrian Linker.
You hate Adrian Linker.
No, I never said that.
Adrian
Never
Linker
said
hater. But that's okay. Because the lyrics that woman writes, like, I don't think she's real.
No,
like
I do
I
like
wish
I
she
like
was
her
real.
music. Like
No,
I'm
you
like,
don't.
Okay.
But I like, oh, it's just something that I can always put on. And I will say, not as good as, like, her of, like, songs. Just, like, songs.
Not as good as her of like songs.
Well, I was trying to think of the album.
Oh.
The song. Like, it's just
Bella's
called
not good with
songs.
names.
I'm not good with names. But, yeah, not good as that album. But, still incredible. Also, we haven't gotten new music from her for a really long time. And she's been, like, doing, like, Big Thief stuff. But, like, this is, like, I don't know. It was just really good.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't even explain it, but it was just really good.
Apparently I hate it, so.
Okay, what's your number one?
Can you guess? I give you a hint already.
What was the hint?
Okay, my number one album of the year actually came out the day before my birthday. Was a really special day, and this album was almost the only thing I listened to when I
Ash.
was, yes, Wilson by
Yeah.
Ash.
Yeah.
So Ash, was dropped by a record label when she released her last album, planned a tour, and then, couldn't go because of mental health reasons. Her record label dropped her and she disappeared for a year and a half. No one really knew where she went. And then over the summer on one fateful day, one fateful June day, she released that she announced a single called Running Out of Time, and I heard that for the first time in the Rock Canyon parking lot. And
Why is, like,
my
every
life
music thing
changed.
happens in the Rock Canyon parking lot?
Wait, the Rock Canyon parking lot's a really important place.
It honestly is.
Can we talk about it?
It's a landmark.
Wait, what else happened in the Rock Canyon parking lot?
Torture Poets for me.
That was Vista.
No, what am I thinking of? Oh, Fruitcake.
That's Grandview.
This is so embarrassing. Like, you're gonna... Bye.
Holy schmackaroli. Running Out of Time. Changed my life. Then those singles, I Want to Love You But I Don't, and I Hope You Die First. Right before I left, that was the same night Deeper Into the Well came out. Whoa. Then, yeah, and it came out right when I needed to. I remember the single Ash. So good. It just spoke to me. Every single lyric on that album was written for me. And I'm sorry, like that sounds selfish, but like it was.
Yeah.
It's one of those albums that like everything was written for me. It came at the right time. It's
Here's
almost the only thing I listened to when I
my
was in
thing with
college.
Ash. I do like Ash. I really like her songs. I just can't. It's something that I have to be in a really specific mood to listen to.
I don't think
is
you've ever
why
been in the
it's-
mood to listen to Ash. I think
Ow.
you.
Sorry,
I
I
think
hit
you're
my
doing it
foot.
wrong if you're listening to Ash. I think you can't start with Wilson. You have to start with Ashlyn.
Really?
You can't just jump to Wilson.
Really?
You have to understand because it's Ashlyn Ray Wilson. Like
Yeah.
you have to listen to her. You know, like
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give it another try. But
because I also
the album just did not click with me. And I don't even think I listened to the entirety of it.
I bet you definitely have it.
Like, I don't think I did.
And let me tell you, like, ooh. And so she's doing the trilogy tour over the summer, and I'm seeing her, and I'm so excited. And I'm just so happy that she's in my life. And I'm so happy that she's back, and I'm so happy that she's feeling mentally well, and she's taking time, and I think as an artist, like, she's about to have a breakout. I don't think she's gonna break out like Chapel or Sabrina, obviously, but I
Yeah.
think she's going to have a big year but she's going to feel mentally her best, and she's going to feel, ready to take on the world. And honestly, like, the trilogy tour is amazing because it's like her own little Eras tour, because it's like she finally has her whole
Yeah.
name, and the fact that her last name Wilson is like her first album, like, that she independently made, like, without a record like company telling her what to do
Yeah.
or whatever, like, that's just so magical. And I will listen to the album till the day I die. And I think people who even are fans of Ash, like, slept on that album for a second, because I think everyone
Yeah.
forgot that it was coming.
And so it's just like
Yeah.
kind of.
So it
shoved in
still
the
is a
corner.
pretty underground album, but every single time someone listens to the song Cherry Trees, something magical happens. It's like every
A
time
cherry tree blooms.
like a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, every time Cherry Trees happens, like, an Ash fan is born.
An Ash fan is
But you have to
born.
sit with the song and, like, feel it. Because
Interesting.
Cherry Trees
Okay.
is,
Wow.
yeah, so, yeah.
That's beautiful.
And also, at the end of the day, like, 13-song albums are the best albums, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Midnight's, Secret of Us, Wilson,
Yeah.
Preacher's Daughter,
Don't even get me started.
Fearless. Sorry, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
1999.
Oh my gosh. My honorable mention was Secret of Us.
Okay, my honorable mention was What is Devastating Turn of Events, Rachel Trinity. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I hope I am. And honestly, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Just was I had a lot of issues with it, and I'm still trying to decipher it, and I listen to it a lot to think about it. I just don't know what I think about
It
the
just
structures of the songs.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Other honorable mention, soundtrack of, wait, this came out in 2025.
Then don't say it.
Okay.
What is it that whisper in my ear? That came out in 2024, and you know that.
No, it didn't.
We saw it in 2024.
No, we didn't.
It came out December 20.
We did not.
This is the first time I've
We
seen
saw
you.
it-
Tonight was the first time I've seen you in 2025. Are you being serious right now?
I don't know why I thought we saw it like January 1st.
She said Mufasa.
Okay, Mufasa. Iconic. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so good.
Mufasa's really good.
We saw it opening day. Changed our lives.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It really did. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's our vibe. I think that's our thing.
Bring me for 47 minutes.
So. Period.
So I hope you enjoyed.
Yep. Thank you from
Thank
us. Bye.